Hi, I'm Aaron Welch. I'm a licensed mental health therapist with a team of therapists here in Orlando, Florida called the LifeWorks Group. And today I want to ask you a question. Why do you think we like stories so much here in America? I mean, we do like stories. We spend hundreds of millions of dollars going to movies every year. We buy books, we read stories. As kids, we can't wait for story time or bedtime stories at night. What is it about stories that grabs our attention so much? I think it's because stories go straight to our heart. Stories go right through our defenses intellectually or on a rational level, and they touch the deepest parts of our psyche, our soul. They hit our greatest fears. They trigger our greatest dreams and hopes. They inspire us to become better than what we already are. I mean, look at the movies we love. For instance, can you ever, if you're from my generation, can you ever forget Rocky in the very first film, going up the steps just as dawn is breaking to the sound of dun 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 dun. I mean, I get chills even now thinking about it. As a teenager, for weeks I was drinking raw eggs and trying to run at 5 a.m. What about the scene in Schindler's List? Do you remember at the very end when he is escaping the country, the main character, and he realizes that if he would have just sold his ring, he could have saved others, other Jews that were being persecuted by the Nazis, and he becomes frantic and cries and weeps over how he could have saved more if he just had sold something else. I mean, what an emotional scene. There's so many. The Lord of the Rings films. I mean, don't we all know what it's like to like Frodo, have to carry this burden and how life can wear on us and just beat us down? I mean, the list is endless of the movies that inspire us. Stories, they get to us. They want us to be better, that we can relate to them. We connect with stories. So I want to ask you today, I want to challenge you. I'd like to know your stories. First of all, I'd love for you to tell me the stories or movies or books or musicals, theater, whatever. I want you to on our comments part here at the bottom of this YouTube, or sending me an email. I'd love to hear the movies and stories that have touched you, inspired you to higher levels of excellence. I want to know about the stories that have made you cry, that have made you exult in praise, that have just touched you deeper than others have. And then I'd love to hear about your stories, yours, because your stories can make a difference in the lives of others. I'd love to hear about your stories, stories of times when miracles have happened in your life, or when you've overcome the odds in order to win a great victory that nobody thought you could win. I want to hear about your stories of grief and of pain and sorrow, of heartache, because your stories can affect the lives of others too. So we'd love to invite you to comment on our comment section, or email me at email me at legacycounseling@bellsouth.net. That's legacycounseling@bellsouth.net, because stories change lives. Maybe yours could too. I'm Aaron Welch, and I want you to think about the power of stories.